Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Millions of individuals have still not received the stimulus check and the aid that they were supposed to get and the aid that was promised to them. In this video, I'll tell you why and what you should know about this. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. This right here is a little bit of information about me. Welcome to our channel, everyone. If you learn something new, please click the like button, please subscribe, and please enable notifications so you can get instant alerts from our channel going forward. Let's just jump right in. Here's the headline of a new article on your screen from the Washington Post. The US government approved trillions of dollars in aid. Many hard-hit families have yet to receive it. The most vulnerable amongst us, individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality, individuals who dropped out of the workforce, who lost their jobs permanently. Millions of our fellow Americans are still waiting for the stimulus checks. In fact, only 41% of the jobless are receiving unemployment benefits. And why is all of this happening? Here's a quote from the Washington Post article. Experts say the administrative stumbles underscore the need for massive upgrades in technology, more staffing, and clear program guidelines so the nation is not caught flat-footed for the next crisis. We remember what happened during the second half of 2020. There were political games being played, chess games, by former President Trump, by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, by the then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. And they were going on and on and on, and they were going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the political implications of stimulus led to millions of our fellow Americans waiting and essentially defaulting on several loans, not being able to make rent, not being able to put food on the table. The solution here is the concept of automatic stabilizers, economic indicators that are tied to stimulus. So if a state sees an increase in unemployment, then that state will see more unemployment benefits, will potentially see more stimulus checks, so that help goes to those who need it the most, and it is tied to economic conditions. It is not tied to political considerations. Here's one of the problems, and again, this is a quote from the Washington Post article. One of the areas with clear glitches is the disbursement of the latest round of stimulus checks, the $1,400 stimulus checks. Approximately 30 million of our fellow Americans should have automatically received the $1,400 payments. They're still waiting, okay? 30 million individuals are still waiting for the stimulus payments, and it's been several weeks since the American Rescue Plan was signed into law by the president. Now, the problem is these individuals do not normally file tax returns because their income is so low, and therefore they don't need to. If your income is below a certain threshold, you don't need to file tax returns, and therefore you don't. The problem there is the IRS doesn't have your information. However, your information does still exist in a database. Why not access that database to send out the $1,400 stimulus checks to these individuals? Guess what? We don't have an infrastructure to do that right now because if the IRS doesn't have your information readily available to them, and that's why these 30 million individuals are suffering, because their information is not on file with the IRS. If your information is not readily available to the IRS cannot instantly send you the money, just like they did for individuals who had filed their tax returns and whose information was and is on file with the IRS. And what is ironic is the government, again, like I mentioned, does have their information. It's just that the IRS does not have their information. The government does have their information because these individuals receive social security benefits. These individuals receive survivor or disability payments. These individuals receive SSI, supplemental security income, railroad retirement board, or veterans affairs benefits. So again, the government has the information, but the government and the IRS do not have the capability to send these individuals stimulus checks, even though these individuals are receiving other benefits and their information is available within the database of the United States government. And here's another problem that I want everyone to understand. The IRS is facing severe delays because they're processing more than 9 million tax returns that were filed this year, and many returns are stuck, and many low-income individuals are stuck because their returns are stuck in a huge backlog for the IRS. And the IRS has paid out significantly fewer refunds this year compared to last year because the agency has actually flagged many low-income filers for extra review. On top of that, there have been budget cuts with the IRS. There's been a staffing crisis for the IRS. This makes it very difficult for the IRS to do its basic job. In addition, the IRS is supposed to send out money, deal with the $10,200 unemployment tax break, issue guidelines for that, take care and make sure that the earned income tax credit, the child tax credit that was passed, as a result of the American Rescue Plan is properly administered. So basically, the American Rescue Plan did indeed allocate more funding to the IRS, but the IRS may not have enough time, may still not have enough resources to send out the monthly $250 to $300 payments to parents of children under the age of 17 starting in July. This is a key part of President Biden's plan to reduce poverty. What is the bottom line? The IRS is so overloaded that they cannot do what was required of them under the American Rescue Plan. And a part of this problem is that 30 million Americans, or I should say a byproduct of the problem, is that 30 million Americans fell through the cracks as far as the $1,400 stimulus checks were concerned because of this discoordination, this lack of coordination between different agencies, and the fact that the IRS is completely overloaded. And we don't want this problem happening again. In fact, here's a quote from Derek Hamilton, who's an economics professor at New School, and he advised presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, the independent senator from Vermont. The approach to dealing with this crisis is better than the Great Recession, but we want to have some structural reforms come out of this as well. We don't want to be right back in the same situation the next time there is a pandemic or asset pricing bubble or climate catastrophe. This is indeed a good point. Now, Unemployment is a major problem, and I did talk about the importance of automatic stabilizers. Here's a horrific fact. In new research, and by the way, we'll show you the research on your screen. This is the paper from the economist Eliza Forsyth, and you can see the research paper, Understanding the Unemployment Insurance Recipiency During the Pandemic. In some shocking new data, what is actually explained is that 41% of the jobless were actually receiving unemployment benefits in recent months. So many people did not know that they were eligible, or they gave up at some point during the unemployment benefit application process. In fact, I have done another video on my channel where I've talked about the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, basically say out in the open that, hey, the unemployment benefit system was designed to make it as hard as possible for recipients to get unemployment benefits, which is ironic considering that if you are getting unemployment benefits, you are essentially a customer of the system which is administered by the state. You should be treated like a customer who's getting the benefits that are owed to you because money has been paid into the system on your behalf. So therefore you are a customer, but the state, in this case, I could say the company or the corporation, if you will, providing the benefits, is making things hard, and in addition does not have the right technology and staffing to provide those benefits. If there was a company like this, folks, it wouldn't survive. It would be gone. Imagine working with a company like Apple or working with any other company and then finding out that they essentially have you as a customer, but they are simply not able to provide you the service, the technology, the time frame, and they are not able to provide you the response that you are expecting from them. That is exactly what is happening to recipients of unemployment benefits who are technically customers of the state. In fact, Forsyth says this: there's a glaring hole in the unemployment system where we are really trying hard to get money to people who really need it, but we are not able to do it. And on top of all this, there are actually technical concerns with this entire situation. There are actually electronic concerns that prevent money from going from point A to point B quickly. But what is ironic is when it comes to sending money to those who desperately need it, guess what? There are a lot of delays. Here's an article on your screen. Why can't stimulus checks arrive faster? Same-day payment transfers are becoming more common in the wider banking world. Government checks have gotten faster, but they are not that fast yet. The bottom line is individuals need to be able to get money faster. Here's an interesting quote from the New York Times article. People without bank accounts still receive many paper checks, and so do some business owners. Mobile banking apps and ATMs that allow checks to be scanned and deposited on the spot, on a weekend in the middle of the night, have reduced some of the time lag. But there are some people who cannot cash a Friday paycheck until Monday because they cannot go to the bank while it's open. So this indicates that we need a better, faster way to get people their money, specifically those amongst us who are the most vulnerable. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below. I want you to know I appreciate you. I work hard on this channel every single day. All I ask of you is you please click the like button right here. Please subscribe, please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. That helps out the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.